Welcome back to Vidhammer and another Gloomhaven playthrough. This time we're going to go through the Sanctuary of Gloom as Mojo and Timmy try to get a little closer to retirement, hopefully, if I can keep an eye on their long-term goals. Timmy just needs to get 3 more kills with his big Skullbane axe, and Mojo needs 11 more elite kills. So we'll do what we can. That department, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Now, scenario-wise, even though Mojo and Barry, I believe, got up to enough experience to level up to their next level, they can only level up in town, and this scenario is linked to the previous one. They came in, they secured the portal and everything, and they basically jumped through it to see what all this Gloom thing is about, hoping to do like a surprise attack, go into the actual rift and destroy it from within, be the heroes of Gloomhaven, maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But for short-term goals, Mojo and Barry have got Opener, be the first to kill a monster. So I've already got, figured out what I want to do for the first turn, and I've revealed what the monsters are going to do, so they kind of know how the first turn's going to go. I think they should be able to pull this one off. We'll see exactly how that plays out. And Timmy has got the one where at the end of the scenario you got to have 2 or fewer health. So we'll see about that, but really what I'm going to try to do with Timmy is actually just get 3 kills with that axe so we can retire him. Even though the Elementalist is definitely a very powerful character, I think it is somewhat limited in 2-player, so I'm going to try to get him 3 kills with that axe so he can just retire, so he doesn't have to really worry about his short-term goals or leveling up or any of that stuff. He can just go in and call it good. Say he had fun with this run and he's done. So, with that, yeah, the board's a little bit weird in the smaller place. Got to have a smaller table. Got to have a smaller everything. Wait, not a smaller everything. You know what I'm saying, ladies? You know what I'm saying. Let's go into the first turn where Mr. Timmy is going to go first. Timmy's going to be up on, I usually have these up here, don't I? Yeah, they're going 17 and 23. Timmy's going first with a 17. He's going to walk forward. I'm going to drop some cards on the ground. So Timmy going 17. We're going to use the bottom of this one to do a move 2, which will open that door and reveal all our guys behind it. And all their stuff is revealed now, but they won't take their turns until, even though the living bones are going super fast and they're healing and shielding, it doesn't matter. They don't have the shield for right now, not until they take their turn. And Timmy gets to finish his turn. We're going to do the top of this, an attack of 1 at range 3. So we're going to hit these 2 guys and the black imp in the back with the big burst pattern of frosty stuff. And we're going to shuffle his deck, and we're going to do that. Helps if I have a monster deck out as well. It helps to read that whole starting of the scenario text, which I just did, and we have some issues because the door has 7 health, and it doesn't open until we kill it, and my guys have to add 3 -1 attack modifier cards to their combat decks. So, yeah, we're going to rethink our first turn now and plan accordingly, because if I start off on the wrong foot, I will very quickly have my leg chewed off by black imps. So, okay, evaluate. So after some evaluation, I'm going to do things a bit differently. I'm also going to treat, since this door actually has to be destroyed, I'm going to treat it as an enemy, and that I think Barry is going to move 1 step closer and attack it normally on his turn. If that's not how you're supposed to play it, well, I don't really know. Too bad, I guess. I don't know what the enemies are doing yet, but we're going to go at 14, and We're just going to say he's going to move up and attack it for 2, which will be just 2 points of damage for the door. And then we're going to command him to do an attack of 5 at the door, plus 0. That will be 7. Each of the doors has 7 damage. That'll be enough to open it. And then we will reveal what's behind, which is our dudes. And now black imps, we're going to be doing move plus 0, attack plus 0, living bones. Move plus 0, attack plus 0, target 1 enemy with all attacks. Nice, because the elite has 3 attacks. And living spirits, move plus 0, range minus 1, targeting 2. Okay, it's not really like the end of the world. But the elite living bones will move up and do an attack of 3. He's going to do 3 attacks of 3 against our guy. His move is 4. He's going to do all of his attacks against somebody. So I guess we could move in. Since living spirits have a range minus 1, he only has a range of 2. So living spirit won't be able to shoot at us. Black imp, he's got a range of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he can't get there, but he can move. He's only got a movement of 1. So if we stay where we are, at least the black imp won't hit us and poison us, which would be nice because living bones is going after that, and we would get hit 3 times by the elite living bones and suffer lots more damage. So even though we're going to do this, we're going to stay right where we are, and we're not going to move. So we'll pick up an experience for that. 1 experience for Mojo and Barry, and their turn is over. And that was at 14. So now we've got Timmy up on the 17. He's going to do still basically the same thing, but he's going to step forward 1 to there and do his shot at range 1. No, it's only a range. No, at range 3. He's got range 3. So he can shoot out here, and again, he can hit these 2 guys and that guy for their stuff. And we got our decks shuffled now. So an attack of 1, and some cold's going to come out. But plus 1, that's 2. He's got a shield of 1, so we will take 1 damage. Dude. And then an attack, same thing down here, attack 1, plus 0, he's got a shield of 1, that's no damage, an attack of 1 at the black imp, and some forest, so he will take 1 damage. We will get green out, nature out, whatever you want to call it, and we'll get frost out from the card as well. No experience top and bottom of the card. Why am I using both of those just to get... So I guess I just really wanted the frost out there. All right, frost is out, dude. We get the picture. Next up is Billy the Black Imp. He only has a move of 1. Maybe I should actually put the entire card out there so you guys can see what's going on. Yeah, that's where we are. We are on monster difficulty level 3 because we're scenario difficulty level 2 because they're level 3 and 4. So their average cut in half rounded up is going to be 2. But solo, bump it up to 3. We are playing on normal. He is an elite. He only has a move of 1. This takes 2 movement to get into, so he's only going to move 1 space. I guess he could go this way or that way. We will have him go up here. Hopefully logjam things a little bit more. Then he'll take his attack, range 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't have enough to get there. Sorry, Mr. Black Imp. You don't get to do any damage. You don't get to do any poison. Then it's going to be Living Spirit next, who does not have any movement. He's got an attack, range minus 1. He's elite, who has normally a range of 3, so he has a range of 2. He doesn't have enough to get anywhere. Even though he targets 2 people, he targets nobody. And finally, Living Bones. So, starting with the elite, he has enough movement. He has 4 movement. It's plenty to get himself up right into the doorway. And then 3 attacks at regular damage, which is 3 attacks of 3. At Mr. Barry, first attack plus 1, that's 4. Second attack minus 1, that's 2. So that's 6 total. And 3 more, 9. Hit the statistical average. 9 damage for Barry, going from 16 down to 7 on the first turn. It's always so rough with these dudes. Then we've got the next 2 living bones, which will simply, since there is no way for them to actually get closer or into base contact with the enemy, they don't move. I believe this is the way that it is played. But I look forward to your comments. All right, let's go on to the next turn now. We got a dude right in front of us. We just got to use some of that fancy blue stuff, which is going down, and hopefully stun the dude who's there in the door, and then just beat the crap out of him. Beat down. Give him the beat knuckle. Jackie style. Was it Jackie from Tekken, I think? I don't know. It was Virtue Fighter that had the guy with the beat knuckle, where he just basically slaps the guy in the face with his knuckles. That's right. All right, next turn is ready, and we planned on doing some stuff, and I think it turned out kind of okay. But living bones are going first. They're not attacking, which is nice, but they are going to shield and heal themselves for 2, so he's going to heal away that damage. But then he's actually got a shield of 2, which I actually did take the Pierce card for Barry on this round, but still, yeah, it's what it is. Here's Mojo and Barry doing their thing. We're doing the attack of 3 and attack of 3 with Pierce 4. First he would do his move, though, and his attack of 2, which plus 0, but the guy's got a shield of 2 now, so 2 damage isn't enough to do anything. Just his regular attack of 3, minus 1 is 2, shield 2 does nothing, and then an attack of 3, minus 1, which, because he had 3 extra minus 1s, that was one of the extras. So it is 2 damage, but it is Pierce 2, or Pierce 3, so it does get through the armor. We're going to pick up 2 experience for that, so he's going to go from 1 up to 3. And then Timmy is up next, trying to do something. So what we were going to do, since we had blue and green out, is go ahead and do a stun on 2 targets. The living bones have already gone, so we will be stunning them for next turn, which I guess that's nice. But we're not going to be able to stun these guys, and they're going to do some not pleasant stuff for us. Move a 2, and fire will come out at the end of the turn, but we're going to use up both of those. It's just an attack of 1, so we can hit both of those guys with regular attack of 1, but it's got stun. So even though it's 2, a disadvantage, actually, for this guy. So I guess just plain green would be the disadvantage shot, since it's only an attack of 1 instead of 2. But that means green will come out at the end of the turn. We don't do any damage, but we are able to stun him. And we're doing an attack of 1 on this guy as well. Times 2. Oh, great. We do an attack of 2, but he's got shield 2. So suck it. And stunned. Suck it and stun. And we're going to bring out fire and nature for next turn. At least that's a good side of that whole debacle or whatever. We do get experience for that, though. So he'll get on the board with 1. And our next dude up, Mr. Impy. Impy the Black Imp likes to do his stuff. He is going to move 1, which he does. He is able to get there and gets him within range 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4. He can hit either guy. Mojo and Barry went faster, so it'll hit him with an attack of 3 plus nothing. It's just 3, but it is poison. So 7, you're going down 4 and poisoned. This does not look good for him. We're going to have to get him a heal on the next turn. But that's all for that dude. But before we can do anything else, now comes Mr. Living Spirit. But Living Spirit is not going to hurt anybody, so he's just going to curse us. Well, I guess that's kind of painful in a different way. He's not elite, so he has a movement of 3 with flying, so he can fly to within range. His range is 3, so there would be his preferred 1, 2, 3. Now they're both in range, which means both decks get a curse card. Yay, wonderful times as I screw up everything. And yeah, some frost is going to come out from that guy as well. At least we thank you for that. Let's add a couple of curses. These guys all go to waning, and let's look at our next turn and figure out how we get rid of Barry's poison. We've got some ideas for the next one. But before anything else, Living Bones are going first. Move -2 and attack and heal a 2 to themselves. But this guy is stunned, so he doesn't do anything. He is stunned, so he does nothing. He cannot get in base contact with anyone in any way, so he doesn't move. He will heal himself, but that's it. That's all for Living Bones. Then we get to do our stuff. So let's have Timmy use both green and blue to add +2 and +2 more, giving this an attack of 5. And I think we're going to shoot at this guy to try to kill him off. He's got a shield of 2 and 3 health, so an attack of 5, even on a -1, should still kill him. Bing, there we go. Kill that guy off so he doesn't get to do anything on his turn, which is always nice when they can't do anything. Now we're getting experience for that, and we also have a move 2 with some green, which is basically just going to pull green out. I don't want to move away because this guy's about to attack and he's just going to poison anyway. Ooh, no, he's not going to, because that guy is just going to move +1 and heal at range. He's going to heal this guy, but I could move back 1, but I don't see a really big benefit to it. Should I move back 1? He's going to have green for next turn. Sure, we will pull back 1 and hope that that doesn't screw us in some horrible way later. Brings out green at the end of the turn. He gains an experience, and Mr. Impy's got to do his thing because the living spirits are dead. So all we got left now is Mr. Imp, who will move, but his typical range is like 4. So 1, 2, 3. So yeah, he's already within range of an enemy, and he's within range 3 of his heal, so he's going to heal 2 right there and not have to worry about moving at all. Good job, buddy. Thanks, Mr. Black Imp. And we are... Hey, he's got to go. He's got to go before this guy would actually get healed. So, okay, hold on. These guys actually have to do things here, which isn't going to be too much. Heal 1 affecting all allies, which is going to get rid of that poison, which was the main reason for doing it. And then we will range 4 disarm. We're going to go ahead and disarm this guy, which since they went at 20, it'll be next turn that he's disarmed. So let's just go ahead and throw that out there. Dude, for next turn. We don't get an experience on that. And then Mr. Imp does his heal and heals that guy for 2. And we're done. And over the next turn. For real this time. And of course, I just realized that the Elementalist just got the first kill. So no opener for Mojo and Barry because I wasn't thinking about it. Oh well. That's how I roll. But we're on to this turn, and it's going to be Barry and Mojo first. Now that that pesky poison is gone, we can do a big heal for 5 to get Barry from 4 up to 9. And with an experience. And then we'll do this one here. I think we're going to save. We're going to save that green. We're not using that green because this would be a heal for Mojo in the back. Mojo's going to take his shot, attack of 2, range 3, so he can hit there. It's just an attack of 2, though, but hey, +1, that's an attack of 3. He's got a shield of 1, so we will take 2 at least. No gain of experience extra off of that one. He would heal 2 to himself, but he hasn't taken any damage. And 1 experience for that. So 3 going to 4. And then the bad guy's got to go next because Timmy's going 50 and they're going 43 and 45. Starting with Mr. Imp, who's... Yeah, he's going to do his attack, and he's going to poison 2 people. Yeah, attack -1, targeting 2, and poison. So he is going to move if he can. His range is typically 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he'll try to get... Oh, he can't get 1 closer, and there's no point moving there because that's not any closer to enemies. So he won't take that 1 step. So he's just going to do his shot. The only thing he can shoot is Barry through the door. He can make the connection. So attack -1, which means he's got an attack of 2, but it's poison and curse. Attack of 2. -2 is an attack of 0, but you still get poisoned and cursed. So poison for Barry and another curse for the old friggin' deck because it's so nice to have curses. Can I have more curses, please? The answer to that question, of course, is yes. You can have more curses if you really want them. I don't know why you'd really want more curses in your deck. Black Imp is done at 43. Living Bones at 45. Hey, they're going to move and attack and do that stuff. Hey, guess what? The one guy that would attack is right there, and he's disarmed. Oh, but he still has move. And he has multiple targets. Remember when I talked about moving this guy back and how that was a bad idea? Turns out it was a bad idea. Because even though he's disarmed, he will still move 1, 2, and go right here where he could target all 3 people. That's his most advantageous place to be. He can't hit any of us this turn, but there he is. Why did I move? Why did I move backwards? In the end, it can be these simple things, one little move that just might cost you everything. Because now the floodgates are open, and now the other Living Bones want to get into the party. Starting with Mr. 1, and he'll move up. Yep, they got to move 3. That's enough for him to go 1, 2, 3 right there and hit both of them. And then he is going to move up to there and hit Barry as well. That's just a stupid move. Attack +0, so it's attack 2. Okay, attack of 2 on... I don't remember who was first. Let's do attack of 2 on Timmy. -1, that's 1. He takes 1. 8 goes to 7. And now the attack here onto Barry +1, so that's 3. So his 9 goes to 6. Just flip it over. And this guy goes up to here, and he'll do as an attack on Barry. Attack 3, attack 2. This was poison, so he would actually be at 5. And that attack of 2 would actually be attack of 3, so now he's down to 2 health. Told you. Hey, why don't I move this guy back 1 space? Worst decision of my life. Okay, maybe second or third worst decision. I won't tell you what the others are. Okay, the Living Bones have 7 health and 1 shield. So, I need to kill that elite, though. I need to kill that elite and get it out of the way. It has 8 health left and 1 shield. So, we're just gonna try it. We're gonna try what we can. We're gonna try to kill the elite Living Bones. I'm gonna shoot at it with disadvantage. It's an attack of 3. Disadvantage. Hey, which way you want to go. I guess we can choose which way we want to go. He's going to be probably long resting next turn anyway, but it looks like fire would be better. Actually, either way, it's going to be a +2 to his attack next round, but we'll choose to bring out the fire, and it will also bring out night, but that will hit him for 3. He has a shield of 1, so he will take 2, and that will put him at 4 damage. He's got 6 left. Then we will use this as a regular attack of 2 and use our Skullbane Axe to do +5. So that will be an attack of 7. It's not at disadvantage. Blue will come out. That's enough to kill off the elite, and he gets another kill for his axe. But the elite is dead, and that's really what's important out of that situation. And we've got some fire coming out, and some frost coming out, and some darkness coming out. No experience, but he got another kill for his Skullbane Axe, and we're somewhat alive. Thinking I should do like another long rest so we can bring the axe out and chop another one of these guys on the next turn. But we need to do that next turn, that whole next turn thing, especially Mr. Poison Marker over here and all that fun stuff. So let's see how that goes on the next round. Can we survive? So I decided to take a short rest with Barry since I needed to get back the card that I wanted to play, which would allow him to redistribute his damage taken between any of the summoned allies and Mojo. I'm like, okay, I could just pull the damage over to Mojo. And in the short rest, the first card that I drew to be lost was his big heal card, heal 5. So I took a damage so that I wouldn't actually have to take that one, and redrew. And of course, the card that I redrew was the one that allows me to redistribute the damage. So that card's now lost. But I think I have a plan that might keep us from discarding like a whole bunch of cards. And yeah, they're kind of going later. The skeletons are going later. The imp is going early, but he's not actually doing damage, so maybe this won't be catastrophically horrible, but we'll just wait and see. Should have used the stamina potion for Mojo last turn instead of short resting, but oh well. First thing that happens, Barry's going to attack the number 1 skeleton for 2. Times 2, that's 4. He's got a shield of 1, but he will take 3. So that's a good start to that whole thing. Now let's have Mojo command Barry to go ahead and do an attack of 5. We will do it on the same guy and hopefully kill him off. Attack of 5, +2, it's an attack of 7. Almost would have been enough to kill that guy except for the shield. But it does take that dude out. Drop a coin in the spot. And have 1 fewer guy sending attacks our way. Then we will do move 3 and push 2, targeting 1 dude. And we're just going to go 1, 2, 3. Get the hell out of the way. But he does gain experience for that one as well. So our 4 is going to 5. And it's time for the Black Imp to do his thing. Bring out the imp. Best bring out the imp. Yep, he's not going to move, but he will strengthen everybody within range 2, which will be nobody within range 2, and then muddle everybody within range 2, which again is nobody. Sorry, I thought he was going to do something, and he didn't. Thank goodness. Then we're over to Mr. Timmy. Timmy, what you going to do? What you going to do? I was thinking of throwing a heal back on our dude here, but he's still got the poison on him, and I'd like to have him just do the heal 1 affect all allies, which we can do next turn. Let's instead utilize what we can. We can do an attack of 3 on him. Yeah, let's do it. Attack of 3 and some fire. He's got a shield of 1, so he's going to take 2. He's only got like 5 health left. Let's gain experience as well while we're at it, because everybody likes some experience. Boom. What's his thing? Oh yeah, be dead by the end of the round. And then he can loot 1, which he could loot 1 or he could move. Skeleton is going to take his turn and move up to here and attack Timmy. Unless we move 1 more forward. Why would we do that and just cause the Black Imp to do his thing? Again, this is that problem. It's like, do you want to move or do you not want to move? We're just going to stay right here and loot 2. I'm sure that won't come back to haunt me later. We used fire on that, but fire will come out strong at the end of the turn. He needs to rest, so I think he's going to take a long rest right there. Knowing that you need to long rest. Knowing that we need to long rest. We're not going to do loot 2. We're just going to move forward 1, and we'll loot that. And we'll take damage while we're long resting. But then our living bones would go and target 1 enemy with all attacks, which will be Timmy. Which, even if he's back here, it's still going to be Timmy. So it doesn't actually matter, because he's going to move forward anyway. Yeah, go ahead. Stay there. Take your extra point of gold. I'm sure it's not going to make any difference, because the living bones on his turn will actually move here, which he'd still be right there. It's just Timmy would be right there if it wasn't the other way. And target 1 enemy with all attacks. Timmy is still the focus because he was the closest at the start of the turn. So even though the guy can move there to actually maximize stuff, he is going to be here. He's going to target Timmy. 2 attacks, regular dude, attack of 2. So attack 2 on Timmy is 2, and another attack 2 on Timmy is 4. So that's 6. Okay, and yeah, next turn. And again, we are going as hard as we can to try to not suck. Depends on that. Oh, hey, Living Bones is going to shield and heal. So, all right. Think it might kind of be okay-ish, sort of. Well, Living Bones is going to go first, so he's going to now be shielded for 2, and he's going to heal and get rid of his damage. That part of it sucks. But then, Timmy's taking a long rest, by the way, FYI. Then our dude's going to do our thing. So first, Barry's going to move up, do an attack of 2 against a shield of 2, -1. It's a big bunch of nothing. Then we're going to have Mojo is doing the move of 3. 1, 2, 3. And then +1 to all of your, +1 attack to all of your commands this turn. And we're going to be doing this attack of 4, which is now an attack of 5. And heal 1 to himself. It's attack of 5, but he has a shield of 2, so the guy only takes 3. But heal 1 to yourself, which this is a command action, so Barry is the one who actually gets healed for 1 and loses his poison. Yay! That will take, and we'll gain an experience for that. And go from 5 to 6. Oh, man. We're just struggling to stay in it here. I really could use... No, he's got his big heal in there, and we're going to need to get that card back and then use it again. So, yeah, I don't even know if I actually put that up there. That's the card I flipped for the healing himself. Ooh, that's a heal and keep turning. That's a heal and keep turning. Heal yourself again. And +1. So instead of taking 3, he's actually going to take 4. What? And I'm guessing he actually heals for 2, so it would take away the poison. It's just 1 heal action. Blackie the Imp. And he's going to move +0, attack +0. He's already within range, so he's just going to do his regular attack of 4 with poison. -1, so it's 3 and poison, so he'll go from 8 to 5 and take a poison, and hopefully he'll be the one taking a little bit of damage, but he can only handle that for like maybe 1 more round, and then that's it. So we got to deal with this, but he completes his long rest. He goes from 1 back to 3, and most importantly, he gets the axe back. It's time to chop some meat, or chop some bones. Doesn't sound like a particularly good thing. You don't really want to be around somebody who's chopping bone, I don't think. We're discarding a card for him and getting ready for the next round. Over to our next turn, and I think we might survive things just yet. We will have to see, but both of our guys are going first at 17 and 20. First, we got Timmy, who is going to forego the top of this one just to do an attack of 2 with Skullbane X. It's an attack of 5 at the dude. +1, it's an attack of 6. At least it's not a miss. That's enough to kill him off and get another kill with the axe. He's got 1 more to go before he is done with all of that. So, feeling good that no matter what happens, pretty sure he's going to get himself retired. Bottom over here, we're going to use that fire to move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're just going to go ahead and use his boots to move 2 more and pick that up. And let's find out what's in there. So he got himself a black knife. Not really advantageous for either character, but Timmy can't even hold it. He's got to put it in his pack because the Skullbane Axe is 2-handed. He's definitely not letting that go right now. As far as Mojo and Barry, Barry's the one who does all the attacking and everything, so Mojo really wouldn't use it. But that's all for Timmy's turn, and we are over to Mojo and Barry. Let's start with a nice heal 5 to Barry to get him up to 7, something other than on death's door, with an experience for that one, going from 6 to 7. And then we're going to do an attack 1 range 4 with a disarm on this guy. So he shouldn't be able to do diddly squat. It's attack 1, +1. Hey, that's attack 2. He doesn't have any shields, so he just takes 2 damage. 2 damage and suck it. And that is all for... he is disarmed. That was the whole point of doing that, was so you won't be able to do anything later this turn. The living bones are gone, and the imp now does his move +0, attack -1, targeting 2 with poison, but no, you do attack of nothing, targeting nothing with nothing. That's exactly what you deserve. That's what I think about you, buddy. Let's go to the next turn and see if we can't kill this guy off and somehow pull a victory out of this stuff. For a second, I thought that... all Barry did was heal his poison, but nope, that poison is on Mojo, not Barry. Next turn. Next turn is up. And I was planning on doing some stuff, and then we found out what the imp was going to do. And it looks like we don't really need to worry, since all he's going to do is strengthen nobody and muddle nobody. So, as long as we just chill out where we are. Oh, and now I'm realizing, no, that's not going to be the case. But again, it's no big deal because they're going to go first, which means Barry's going to move forward 3, and he's actually going to be within range. But it's all right. We are going to... Wait a minute. Where's my... Oh, I already used my big heal card last turn. That's right. We are going to take a shot. Just take a little pot shot. Yeah, it would be nice to do this, but we're not gonna. We're gonna do this attack of 1, range 4 to fire a shot off at this guy. It's just an attack of 1. Yep, still just attack of 1, but at least it'll add another point of damage. Nothing wrong with that. And then bottom of this card, we're just gonna do a move of 2. Move over there and pick up that coin. Get a coin for those guys. Then it's going to be over to the Black Imp's turn, who now, unfortunately, Barry is within range, so he will put a muddle on Barry. Barry's got himself a muddle. Then Timmy wants to do his stuff. And I was thinking about having Mojo use the mana potion to bring out Frost in order to stun this guy. We still should have done that, because we'll be stunning him for next turn. Or do we want to save that for later on when we think it's really going to be important? Because this guy we might actually be able to kill before he goes next round. All right, I didn't use it, fine. We didn't do our stun, but we're going to do an attack of 3 and an attack of 2, both with enough range. Starting with a attack of 2, just in case we get something crazy. That's just an attack of 1, so his 3 is going to go to 4. No experience or anything like that. Then our attack of 3 down here, plus 1's attack of 5. That puts him at 9. It's only got 1 left. And we're going to bring some darkness out for next round. So, as far as next round goes, let's go over to next round and see if we can't do a little something. And Mojo and Barry are going to be, well, Mojo's going to be taking a long rest. Timmy's going to go at 26. The Imp's going at 42. It's only got 1 health left, but we're only doing an attack of 1 because there's no elements out that we can use. And he doesn't have any more powerful attacks than attack 1 unless he buffs it up with something. So we're doing this. We're going to do our attack of 1 at range 3 and hope we don't get a -1. +1. Hey, that's enough. Kill that guy out. Oh, which is an elite. Which would have been really nice if they had actually killed it off. But hey, this is fine. Barry's 1 step closer to the door, I guess. Yeah, it's me not paying attention again, because I'm doing it wrong, man. This is what it's all about. It's doing it wrong. That was the top of this guy, and then we're doing the bottom of this one for the move of 4. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. He doesn't really care about picking up the coins, since it's not really gonna do him any good. He's planning on retiring. He only needs to hit 1 more guy, kill 1 more guy with an axe swipe, and then he should be fine. That is the end of this turn. Since there's no enemies on the board, he's not going to do anything. But with these, I mean, I counted them as enemies in the beginning. I don't know. Maybe I'm not supposed to be counting those as things. I mean, I'd love to move him 3 in this direction, but I don't know. Probably shouldn't have done it on the first turn. I won't do it for the rest of the game. I'll leave it the way it is. But that wears off. He finishes his long rest, so poison wears off. He doesn't regain any hit points, unfortunately, but that's fine. We will discard a card for him and go over to the next turn. We've got some movement turns and fun stuff coming up. So we're going to start off with Mojo and Barry, who's just going to do a double heal. No. We're going to heal Barry for 5. So we're going to go up to 12. And then we're actually going to bring out the swamp alligator, or as I like to call it, the Crocostimpy. Summon Crocostimpy in space, find a nice color for him, and give ourselves 2 more experience for summoning said Crocostimpy. Green seems like a fitting color. We'll put him right there, and now he is out into play. And hopefully won't die too quickly. And that's it for him for this turn. Then he's going to heal himself for 3 to take his 3 up to 6. and then move himself 3. 1, 2, 3 over to there. Barry does not move. I think that's what we're calling that. And then we can go straight into second turn, where Timmy is going to do a long rest. These guys aren't going to move, but then he's going to actually move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here and do an attack of 5 on the door. +1 is 6, so that puts 6 damage on the door. It has 1 health left, ready to go into the next room. And we will kick off the next turn with 1 more experience for them. I'm going to 10. You can't get your short-term objectives, but at least he's getting lots of experience. Okay, several technical difficulties later, we have the next turn. Mr. GoPro is not wanting to cooperate. I think it might have a corrupted file or something, or maybe the little SanDisk memory card in it has gone bad. But yeah, here we go for the next turn. We're going to try to get into this room. First thing that's going to happen is he is going to take a shot. Timmy's going first. Here's our Mr. Timmy. And we're going to use this as our move card. So here we're going to take a shot, range 1, or range 3, attack of 1, +2, it's an attack of 3, but we only needed 1 damage. Only 1 damage left to kill that guy off and open the door. And then reveal all of our guys and see what they're going to do. So, yeah, we'll check this out and then we'll move. So, looking at their stuff, I don't think this will be too horrible of a turn, but Mr. Living Spirit's going to move up here and target anybody within range. All enemies within range, yeah. The living corpses are going to move 1. But if the Living Spirit's right there, they won't move. They won't move forward at all. But we're going to have Timmy move here, so he won't be within range, and bring out some frost. But that's all for his turn. Then the imps are... The one imp is just going to sit back here and shield up and heal himself. He's going to put his gimp suit on and be ready to roll. Then we got our Living Spirit, who will move 3, 1, 2, 3, and take his shot at range 3 at Mr. Barry. It's only an attack of 2. Barry's not poisoned or anything. Times 2, though. Well, that's 4. So he'll go 12 down to 8. It's always nice when those come up. Thanks there, dude. Oh, that would not have happened until after Barry and Mojo did their turn, but it's not going to make any difference in the end anyway, so it's all right. We'll just stick with it. He would have moved forward. Yes, he would have been back here, so the only difference is Barry would have moved this way and not towards him. So he moves this way, he attacks the guy with the smaller number, faster initiative. Well, that's not the same initiative, but he just does his move of 3 and a regular attack of 2. Times 2 is attack of 4. He's got shield of 1, so he'll take 3. All right. Then we're going to do our stuff. Let's go ahead and do an attack of 4 with Strengthen. Yeah. An attack of 4 with Strengthen against the same guy. If we do manage to get like a +1. Nope, how about a -2? Attack of 4 -2, so it's 2, shield of 1, so he only takes 1 damage and goes to 4. Alright. Fine. Then we'll do our final attack of 3 at advantage. Duke, +1 either way. Could have done that in the opposite direction. Oh well. But attack of 3 +1 is 4. He has a shield of 1, so he takes 3. and he only has 7 health, so that guy is out. And a coin in the space, and we're picking up 2 experience for that. From 10 to 12, Mr. Experience Hog. Just can't seem to get his short-term goal, though. Then Living Spirit would have gone and taken his shot, but we've already taken his damage. Then we've got Living Bones. There's only 1 left. He'll stay right there. It is possible for him to try to get, but there's no other person that within base contact, so he's going to stay there. Take a shot, regular shot, attack a 2, plus 0. It's just 2 damage. 8 going down to 6, man. That's all from Mr. Living Bones. Then we got Living Corpse. Thanks to the Living Spirit. On just a regular move of 1, they will not go any closer because, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the spaces are still, that space is no closer to an enemy, so he won't move. This guy would try to go first, and that space isn't closer, so he's just going to wait. They're going to queue up, wait in line, try to poison, but be unable to do so. And that will move us into the next turn. Here we go. Moving into the next turn, I did forget to move the Crocostimpi forward 2 spaces, which he should have done on his turn. So there he is. And now let's go for our turn. Even though he'd like to get Mr. Crocostimpi into the combat, we are not going to do that quite yet. Turd Burglar is going to go first and try to get up there and axe that dude. Living Bones going late. Living Spirits got to reshuffle. Living Corpse is going late as well. See if we can get some people done up. Living Spirit is at 48. And Imp is at 76. Okay, so he's going all the way at the end. All right. I'm sure there's plenty to worry about here, but we'll worry about it when we get to it. First thing we want to do, let's have ourselves, with Mr. Timmy, go ahead and use that blue to move 4 and stun. 1, 2, 3. Not move 4 and stun, but move 4 and shield himself for 2. So he's got himself some shield action out. And then we're going to forgo the top part of this to use his axe to do an attack of 7 on that guy. And some frost out for next turn. But that's 7 damage. He's got a shield of 2, but a health of 3. Right? Yep, shield 2, health 3, splat. He's down. Another coin out, and that is the 3rd and final kill that's necessary for Timmy to retire. So when he gets back to town, he is going to part ways with the party at that point. Oh, wait. No, I only have 6 marked down here. Did I forget 1? I must have, because I knew I was at 6. I knew we were at the point where I needed 1 left. Well, we'll have to review the tape at the end and make sure everything is okay. But we got ourselves our shield of 2 to help with that thing, but it's Barry's turn. Next, Mojo and Mr. Barry got to do their thing. Which means we start with Barry doing his attack of 2 at the skeleton, plus 1, that's 3. He's got a shield, so he'll take 2. Then Mr. Stimpy will go forward and Living Bones. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, they're the same distance. But if we count that, 1, 2, 3. No, he could go into that space for 4. Or 1, 2, 3. He can go here and attack that guy. So he will take the shorter path, or try to take the shorter path. He only has a move of 2, so he will move 2 to there. And won't go any more for... Yep, won't do anything else. Then we've got to do our stuff. After some confusing thought process, I think I'm going to have him just use the bottom of this to move Mojo for 2. And the top we're going to attack the skeleton for 2. And it's a cursed miss, but at least it's out of the deck. We do get an experience for that. And he's on his last 2 cards. So I'm going to have him use a minor stamina potion to regain a couple of cards. And now the bad guys got to do their stuff. Mr. Living Bones is standing right there. He's going to move -1. He could technically get into that spot, but with move -1, he only has a move of 2, but he will still attempt it and go there. Then do his attack +1 against Barry, so it's an attack of 3. -1, that's 2. So we'll go from 6 down to 4. And yeah. Then Mr. Living Corpses just going to do their regular straight up stuff. Move +0, so he will try to move forward 1, can't. He will move forward 1 and take his shot against Timmy, who is faster, was first. An attack of 4. You get a miss. All right. It's always nice when the other guy misses. Then finally our Imp to Gimp. His move is 0, but he's going to do an attack of 3 and poison. Oh, man. +1, that's 4, so we have to discard a card or lose Mr. Barry, which I'm not willing to do at this point. So we will negate the attack, but we got to lose a card, and we've only got 2 cards in hand, so I guess we're going to have to lose one of the cards we just got and then still take a short rest afterward. That sucks. So I got the Forceful Swipe back. I will discard the Forceful Swipe, and he'll have to take a short rest anyway. Thanks, Mr. Imp. That's greatly appreciated by you there, sir. And yeah, with that, we're going to the next round. Well, looks like it might be ouch time on this turn. Mojo and Barry had to discard Maul from their short rest. So that doesn't look too good right from the start. And Timmy's going late, and it's going to be after most of the damage is done. Yeah, let's just go with it and see what occurs here. Mojo and Barry are going to be first, so at least they're going to get some stuff done. Very first thing, Barry's got to do his attack on the Living Bones, an attack of 3 with a shield. This takes 2, so he's going 4. I still got 3 health left. Maybe we can kill it before it gets its beefy attack off, because Skeleton's doing attack +2. Then Mr. Crocostimp has got to do his attack of 3 on the Living Corpse. First time that guy gets into combat, first attack, and he's brushing his teeth or something, who knows. Let's heal Mr. Barry for 5 to get him up to 9. Maybe he won't lose all of that health this turn. Then do an attack of 4 on the skeleton. -1 is 3, and he's got a shield of 1, so he only goes to 6, and he's got 1 health left. Thanks to those handy-dandy +1 cards that got added in, but he's gaining 2 experience, 13 to 15, more experience than he's... It's too good for his own good. He's leveling up too fast. He's only got a few cards left. Yeah, turn-wise, I don't think they're gonna last, and Timmy's not gonna be able to pull this off by himself. But let's go with Mr. Living Corpse now, who wants to do an attack +2 with the push on Mr. Crocostimp. Said, "Oh, you don't want to fight? I'll show you some fight." Oh no, he did not. He did not. And then Living Corpse suffers 1 damage. They're both going to take 1. Oh, man. Croco Stimpy and the living corpse just shared a moment there. They walked up and they just kind of like bumped fists. And it's like, yeah, sexy recognizes sexy, playa. Let's talk about Mr. Imp. He is not the same type, so forgiving. So he's got to move. He's got range 4. But attack -1, targeting 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, he's within range 4 of 2 dudes right now, so his attack -1 is only an attack of 1, but it does have poison and curse. So attack against Mr. Berry. So attack of 3. Dude, turn it upside down. Turn that little frown. Turn the little smile upside down, really. And a poison in with it. Thanks, dude. And a curse. Let's get that handy-dandy card back into the pile. And the same thing for Mr. Timmy. Attack of 1 is just an attack of 1, but it's poison and curse as well. Just down to 7, and you're poisoned, and you're cursed. Timmy's got to do some stuff now. Well, everybody's poisoned at this point, but we've got to get rid of... Man... Gotta get rid of poison and everything else. And gotta get rid of dudes. Gotta get rid of living bones because he's about to do bad stuff. Okay, let's throw a heal on Mr. Berry to get rid of the poison, and let's throw the attack on the living crops with some fire. All right, it's attack of 3. He's got a shield of 1, but he still takes 2, and it will kill him off. Another coin in the spot. Lots of money that's... I don't know. But we're bringing out night, we're bringing out sun, we're bringing out fire, bringing out lots of stuff. Hopefully that will help him out on the next turn. Maybe. Even though sun and night are 2 things he can't use. Oh well. The living bones would be next, but thank goodness we actually were able to kill the living bones off. So that is all for this round. Let's go into another wonderful turn. Time to keep on keeping on. Mojo and Barry going first. We're going to try to do some stuff, as always. Mr. Berry is going to go first, and the imps are faster initiative. He will try to go after the imp. Thank goodness. Go over the imp, give him a slap for 2. Hey, actually give him a slap for nothing. He just walks over and shakes his finger right in the black imp's face. Croco Stimpy's got to attack for 3. Hey, he joined the battle and got some damage. Thanks, buddy. You did some work. 22, son, do work. Then we're going to have Mr. Berry. Mojo just looks over and says, like, that's not how you fight, dude. And with some renewed vigor, hits an attack of 4 on Blackie the Imp, Blackie the Gimp. And then we're going to do an attack of 4, which we can shoot right through with a disarm. It's just an attack of 1, -1. That was no damage, but the guy is disarmed, and that will help significantly when the time comes. 1 experience for that. 15 going to 16. And then, unfortunately, the black imp is next. Actually, it's not really unfortunate. There's nothing really we're going to do about it anyway. Move +1, so he's going to move back 1. We'll have him move this way, just so I have to move things around a little bit. Move that direction, do his regular attack, which is an attack of 2 against Barry. ×2 is an attack of 4. 6 goes down to 2, and you're poisoned. And they got to take a short rest again, because he's only got 1 card left, and we've got to kill that guy off next turn. When that's like that turn and like maybe 1 more is all they're going to last. So yeah, I'm pretty much accepting this is not going to go in the realm of a success. That's okay. we just keep with it. We're going to do an attack with fire, since we can't even use the other two to do anything with the cards that we've got. The elements we produce are just meaningless. But we're doing an attack of 1 with wound at a range of 2. Oh, great. Yeah, we can't even hit that guy. We have to hit the guy in front of us at disadvantage. Doesn't matter. Doing an attack of 1. Disadvantage is an attack of 0, but we do give him wound. So there you go, guy. Have one of those to tick off on you for a while. And then we can do a move of 3. Oh, boy. Do we really want to go anywhere? Not really. We need to take a long rest. So let's come back 1 to there. 2, 3. Yeah, might as well pick up some money. So you have something to... He's working for his retirement. That's what he's got. And he gains 1 experience off of that. I forgot to take a turn for the living corpses last round, but the only thing that would have happened was this guy would have moved forward 1. He would have taken a damage because of the wound, and he would not have attacked because of his disarm. So we're just putting that up there and calling that good. Reshuffling our decks for next turn. We took a short rest for Barry, and he lost his card where he's got the attack on the bottom. Not the best there, but I think we're ready to go for the next turn. Timmy is taking a long rest. Mojo and Barry and Croc Stimpy are going to go at 20. And yeah, Imp 37, Living Corpse 91. Corpses are going to move, but they're just going to suffer damage. They're not going to attack. So it's all right. I mean, well, yeah, we know how this scenario is going to go at this point. We've got a heal. And unfortunately, all the heal's going to do is remove the poison. First he would actually move and do his attack of 2. That's 2. Just shuffled that deck. And then he'll do his attack of 4. Hey, +1. That's 5. That is, yep, the Black Imp has a health of 8. So we do kill him off. We do get an elite kill for Mojo and Barry. So at least they got that going for them. I don't know, but maybe somehow, some way, they can manage to get 1 more elite kill before they're done. But I don't see how that's going to happen. They've only got a few turns left. Timmy has taken his long rest, so the Black Imp doesn't go. And the Living Corpses are just going to move +1, so they're going to have a move of 2. So the one in back actually will be able to move forward into base contact with Croco Stimpy. Then both of them will go, hey, Croco Stimpy didn't attack. He needs to attack his buddy. Would have been before that guy moves, so it is going to be attacking this guy. 3 minus 1 is 2, but still taking 2 damage. Get that guy up to 7. Bump him up a little bit. Maybe it's time for Mojo and Barry to think about. Then the Living Corpses will suffer a damage. So let's chalk it up 1 more. There we go. So we're getting down to the end game here, and it might seem crazy, but I'm going to have Timmy discard his healing card. And we'll see how that goes. He's also going to go 1 after Mojo and Barry. They're up. So first thing that's going to happen, Barry will do his move of 3 and attack this guy for an attack of just an attack of 2. He'll take 2 damage, so his 2 goes to 4. Then Mr. Croco Stimpy's got to go, and now the earlier guy is here, so we'll do his attack of 3 on that guy. +1, that's an attack of 4, so that guy will go up to 8. Then Mojo's actually going to do his turn. I guess I don't really know what they should do. Let's go ahead and do a disarm on the 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he can shoot around that side, so we'll do a disarm on this guy, anticipating what we think Timmy's going to be doing on his turn. So yeah, let's do our disarm shot. It's just an attack of heal self. Hey, is he poisoned? No, he's not. But we're just going to do an attack of 1 on this guy to push him to 9. And he'll take a wound and die on his turn. He will actually heal to get himself up there. Oh, that's also you turn another card. You turn another card. Oh, no, it's a miss. So you didn't take that damage, buddy. Sorry, you're still at 8. But you're at 8 and you are disarmed. So at least you won't be taking your chop shot. Got another curse out of our deck. Thank you, Mr. Black Imp. We appreciate it. That was this. And then the bottom, I think we're going to do a move of 2. We could do a move of 5. Dude. Could move Barry 5. Was he there or was he there? He was within range 4, so he must have been there. Yeah, let's have Barry do a move of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll get him another experience. That's like a ridiculous amount of experience at this point. But then Mr. Timmy's going to do his thing, which will take as a move of 3. Yeah. Go 1, 2, 3 to there. Forgo the top action of that to do the Skullbane Axe attack chop, and that will be the official 7th kill. It probably was the 8th actually, but we are marking another one down, which according to my sheet, that is number 7. So he will be retiring at the end of this. Timmy will be retiring. And we've done our move. We did a move of 3. We did our attack. And then Mr. Living Corpse has got to do his thing, which he's disarmed. He'll take a damage because of the wound. He's disarmed, so he won't attack. But he will move. Oh, -1 is just a move of 0. So he'll sit right there and do that. And next turn, he's going to attack the Crocostimp, but he's going to suffer a damage before then and die. So, yeah, we're all good. We're going to move Timmy towards the door. Barry and Mojo are going to long rest, and yeah, we'll get ready for this final room. I'm sure Timmy's going to be able to crack this one by himself. Okay, Mojo's taking the long rest. Timmy wants to do some stuff, and the Living Corpse is going to go first. Hey. Go right ahead and go first. Oh, take a wound first. Oh, die first. There you go. First. Good job. Timmy, going here. We're going to do a move of 3 and use his boots to go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Use the top card of that to do just a chop shot on the door for 2 and some green. And we'll go into those are gone. Not that they were worth anything. So we're just doing tough stuff there. Yeah, no experience for that. He doesn't need experience, man. He's going to retire. He's already got his eyes on the prize. Next turn. Last couple of turns for Mojo and Barry, but they are going to go first. And we're going to throw a heal of 5 out there. So maybe he can soak up one more hit of damage. And an attack of 4 plus 2 is 6. That's enough to smash open the door. And we will reveal the final section before going to the next part. And they're going to gain 2 experience, so he's actually going to go to 21. I don't even have one that high, so just have to keep track of it. And he's strengthened for next round. So the door is open. Barry actually would have had advantage on that attack, but it doesn't matter. The imps are up next with the door open. First with the elite. Move of only 1 in a range of 4. So he can move 1 there too, but he does not have range. The next guy is going to be number 5, who also has a range of 4. So he can hit. But if he moves, you'd have to move closer. He's only got a move of 1. That doesn't get him in range of Barry. So he's only going to have his shot against Timmy. The attack is -1. It's only an attack of 1, but it has poison. Attack of 1 and poison on Timmy. It's 1 damage and poison. So Timmy's dropping to 6, gaining some poison. I'm sure that won't be a problem at all, especially since you got rid of your heal card. Why did I do that? Who knows? And number 6, he can move forward 1 to there and have the same thing. Attack of 1, which is now 2 because of poison. Yep. Might not have been my best idea, but oh well, it's what I did. I was thinking of just going in with lots of damage, all the damage cards. But that's it for the imp, and Timmy will be next. We're going to have to kill some imps. I think I've still got a decent idea for Timmy. We're going to move forward 2 to there. And I think that'll line things up. We're going to do our attack of 1 at a range of 3. We're actually going to hit these 3 guys for an attack of 1. And yeah, it's 1 apiece. 1 on the elite. -1 is nothing. 1 on this guy. -1 is nothing. Loving those. 1 on the last guy. With some green. He'll take 1 damage. 1 damage and some green will come out at the end of the turn. I was already out there just sitting. But at least that puts us in the right position, hopefully, for next turn. We'll see just how that works out. We're going to have to not take a long rest. We're going to use a minor stamina potion to regain 2 cards instead. That just might help us a bit. Okay, we've regained our couple of cards, and now we're going to have the living corpses go. Yes, because it's their turn now. Living corpses do stuff involving move +1, so it's a move of 2 for the elite, then a move of 1 for the other 2. And yeah, that's it for them. They're not within range to attack anything. We are done with that turn, done with a long rest for Barry and Mojo. So he will go up in health with a long rest. Then he will move forward 2 and do his attack here. Attack of 2, +1, that's an attack of 3. Hey, there you go. And Croco Stimpy will take a couple of steps this way, but it doesn't look like they're going to get there because he's got 1 more turn and a long rest, and that's it. But we're in good position, I think, for next turn. Here we go. Let's get it started here. Both our guys are going first, but Timmy is going to be absolutely first on the mic. And it's time to let some stuff fly. Mainly, attack of 4, targeting everybody at exactly range 2, which is both of these black imps and both of these living corpses. And we'll bring out some fire and some wind. We're going to use that minor power potion in with that to make that all an attack of 5. Yeah, it's all kind of crazy up there. But anyway, let's do all of that. We're burning that card in the process, but we're doing an attack of 5 against all these guys. Let's start with an attack of 5 on the Elite Living Corpse. Times 2 is 10. Is that guy? Nope, that guy is no longer alive. Kills him off in one shot. That's one less Elite for Mojo and Barry to get, but hey, you're going to have to deal with it. Next one, attack of 5 against this Living Corpse. That's a miss, but at least it's out of the deck. Attack of 5 against the Black Imp. -1 is 4. Yep, and they have 5 damage, so that guy's got 1 health left, unfortunately. And then the other, also 4 damage and 1 health left. Oh well, I was hoping to actually kill both of those guys off, but that did not happen. We still have our bottom action, which we can use to kill off one of those guys. Maybe. Let's go ahead and use it. Plus, these are both down here, but we're bringing Fire and Wind to strong. And we'll be using the bottom of this, which is going to be bringing Darkness to strong. An attack of 3 on, let's go for this imp over here. 3, and we'll bring some green to strong as well and kill that guy off. Get our coins down so we got everything in proper place. Okay. And with that, he is going to use his Cloak of Invisibility. And go invisible. What do I need? Something to denote his invisibleness. There he goes. Next is Mr. Mojo and Barry. All right, starting with Crocostimp, can move 2 and not do much else. I think, would it be better for me to heal the poison off of him? Well, that's in the turn. First, he's got to do his move. Yeah, we'll have a move there. Do his attack of 2 on the Living Corpse. +1, that's 3. And then we can think about what we want to do. There's no point in disarming. We're way out in La La Land, and this is his last turn. He's got this turn, and then he's got a long rest next turn. If we heal allies for 1, let's do that. We're not going to do our attack of 4, but these are the guys we really want to attack anyway. Yeah, let's do a heal of 1 affecting all allies. On the top of this card, we're not going to be able to do anything with it. That'll get rid of that poison. And yeah, that's it. That's all it will do. So we're foregoing potentially 4 damage on this guy in order to heal that poison. But I think in the end, and we'll heal Barry for 1 and heal the Crocostimpy, but Stimpy is down. And yeah, then we're going over to their turn, monsters' turns. Imps. You got 2 imps, starting with Mr. Non-Elite. They're going to do an attack of 3, range of 4, which he's got on Barry. So an attack of 3 and poison. Take 3 damage. Go with 5. And he gets that lovely, lovely poison that everybody loves so much, especially me, as you can tell by the sound of my voice. This guy will also do an attack now of 2, but with the poison that's 3, so that'll bring him down to 2 health. That's all for the imps. Then we got living cropses that want to do bad things. And yeah, starting with number 2, he'll stay right there and do his attack of 4. -1 is 3, with poison brings it back up to 4. He has 2 cards in his discard, which he can discard to negate the damage. Those are his last 2 cards. but he can still long rest next turn. But unfortunately, this guy has got to move forward 1 and do his attack, and that's going to be enough to kill off Barry. But Mojo is still around, because the Croco Stimpy will take some damage next turn. And speaking of next turn, let's do some next turn. Oh, the Swamp Alligator is no longer poisoned, although I think that was supposed... No, that's the poison for Barry. Never mind. But Barry's gone. Barry is down for this round. The Stimpy carries on. So next turn is pretty simple for us. They're both taking a long rest. So enemies are going to go, and that's it. Let's start with impies. So this guy's invisible. This is the closest target. So he's got a move of 1, but things are in the way. This guy's also got a move of 1, but things are in the way. He'd do his attacks and whatever, but that's how that's going to end for the Blackie the Gimps. Then we got our dudes, each have a move of 1. So he will move forward, and this guy will move forward. I guess since we have our choice, we might as well choose to move him there, because then this guy will not move. He'll stay there. Target all adjacent enemies. Oh, goodness. Even though he's invisible, it's not an attack. It's just poison all adjacent enemies. So it's going to poison him. It's going to throw the poison down. Oh well, and it didn't matter. Even if he moved forward there, this guy would move forward there and do the same thing. So Timmy is back to poisoned again. Then the long rests happen. Now, on the Beast Tyrant's turn, for his long rest, he's going to be exhausted, but he's going to use his minor power potion. All of this goes down to here. He's going to use his minor power potion to bring that back to strong. But that's moved up, and he is exhausted, and Stimpy is down, Mojo is down. They are finished at that point. And he finishes his invisibility and comes back, gets back his axe and his boots, but that's all. Everything else is all used up. His heal is only going to get rid of the poison, unfortunately. And then we discard a card and we go into the next turn. Can we do it? Pretty sure no, but we're going to give it a shot. We're going to... Timmy's going first at 28. We're going to forego the top of that action to use his Skullbane Axe. Do an attack of 7 on the guy right in front of him. 7 puts him to 10, which is enough to kill that living corpse. It goes down, and we're going to bring that back to strong for next turn. We're going to do the bottom of this. Attack of 3, we're going to go on the Black Imp and fire out for next turn, and that will be enough to kill him off. Ooh, maybe. And we're going to have fire out for next round as well. Then we're going to have darkness out for next round, which we can't use. But that's all for him. Then we've got to go to our last remaining Black Imp, who decided to do this. This and the living corpse. Oh, man. Okay. Move +0. He's got range. He's going to stay right there. He's going to do attack -1. It's just an attack of... Ooh, no, 3 -1 is attack of 2. -1 is 1. So 1 damage, but it also has poison, which everybody loves so much. And we're going to add a curse back into his deck. Thanks, dumbass imp. But then, unfortunately, Mr. Living Corpse, he will do a move of 1 and a chop shot of 4. -1 is only 3, but with poison makes it 4. We're going to have to discard a card to negate that damage. Okay, discarding our pure augmentation to keep our other 2 cards for next turn, which we think might be helpful, which I'm hoping will be helpful. And we're going right into that next turn. Because we're going to play those last 2 remaining cards for him, and we're going to have to reshuffle their decks to see what they're going to do. Imps decided to shield 5 and heal themselves, so I guess I'm not going to be attacking the Imp this turn. Timmy is up next. I was thinking of moving and shielding myself. I don't really need to shield myself, but the move 4 would be nice at this point. Got a range of 3. I'm going to stand here and do an attack of 3 at disadvantage on the living corpse. All right, disadvantage, take it either way. Go ahead and take blue. We'll keep blue at strong. But we're going to use the fire on that, doing that attack of 3, so that moves him up to 4 damage. And blue's out, that's going to go down. Then we'll do our move of 4, which we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, back around the corner, because we're going to take a long rest next turn. That moves us over to the living corpse, who will move forward 1 towards the door, and that will be the end of that turn. Next turn, as we said, we are going to take a long rest, so we've got to reshuffle the living corpse, who's going to go 71, it just says regular move. And the Imp, which is going to go 37. So the Imp will be first, 37. He'll move forward 1. And then Living Corpse will also move forward 1. Target all adjacent enemies with poison. There's no adjacent enemies. We finish the long rest. That gets rid of the poison, but brings back his axe. And he's got to lose another card. He's only got a few left. Yeah, down to the wire. Lose a card. Go next turn. All right, we're into next turn land. Doing some stuff. Living corpses are going late, suffering damage, but hopefully we'll chop that guy up. Imp's going 37, but Timmy will be first. We're going to move up 2 with the fire. Those guys are down. Fire's going to come out. We're going to go forego the top of that action. Use that axe. Chop 1 more time. Bam. Cuts that guy down. He's still got to do a hefty chunk of damage, but the living corpse is dead. All we have is us and the black imp, who has 8 health. And we've only got a couple of turns left to get through things. Okay, that was that turn. Then Mr. Imp, he's going to go with his move 1. Doot. So now, yeah, he's got range and he's got attack. Yep, range 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Range and line of sight. And what do you got? An attack of 3. -1 is 2. Take him down to 1 health, but also poison. Not that that really matters. Okay. And then we would go over to the next turn. He only has 1 card left in hand and 2 in his discard. So I guess he might as well take a short rest. Yep. It's whatever card is drawn, that's what you're losing. Losing that one. Okay. That's there is technically a possibility here. No, there's not. That only has a range of 3. 1, 2, 3. Not a range of 4. Even if I get a ×2, I can't make it happen. That's a bummer. But they're going to go first anyway. He's going to go first anyway. We're going at 48. He's going to go at 42. He's going to move +1 and heal for 2. So he's not going to damage us. But he's going to stay right there because he's within, he's outside of range, which means on our turn, if we use the fire, we could have done an attack of 3 potentially and another attack of 3, which would have gotten +1 on both. We might have done something, but that one can actually hit, which is just an attack of 3. Even if it had been the other one, it would have been a -1. We would not have done enough damage to actually kill him off. We hurt him, but then we have no more cards left, and the black imp walks over and has his way with our body. And Timmy at that point says, screw this, I'm retiring. Being gimped by the black imp is the final straw. He's done, and he's out of here. So we don't succeed at this. We're going back to town. Timmy has had enough of the black imps, and he's going to leave. Mojo will be leveling up, and we'll look at what other missions are out there next time and see what character we're going to be bringing in. So, yeah, that's all for this one. Tune in next time where hopefully we'll have even more technical difficulties.